Hey, it's Alex, founder and CEO of Motoroso.com, your dedicated mods marketplace. And today we're in the studio to talk about the must-have mods for the third generation Toyota Tacoma, which is 2016 and up. Now, this has become one of the most popular light trucks on the market and in the world, and for very, very good reason. It's incredibly reliable, very, very capable, has great ground clearance from the factory, keeps its resale value like crazy, and of course, rugged good looks. As popular and capable as the Tacoma is, one of its weaknesses is the power. Now, in the 4-cylinder version especially, but even in the 6-cylinder, most people feel like it doesn't quite have the get up and go that they want. But with a few modifications, these problems can be solved and you can get even more performance out of your Tacoma. Now, this video is all of our thoughts on what are the must-have mods, and we don't claim to be right about everything, so we'd love to hear your feedback in the comments if you think we've missed anything. All the products that we talk about here are available for purchase at Motoroso.com, where you can browse these and over 1 million other top name brand products. Now, we'll put links to these in the description. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to the channel because we're always doing build projects, installation guide videos, and product reviews. Let's get started. So our first must-have mod is going to address that #1 weakness that we mentioned, and that is that regardless of whether or not you've got the 4-cylinder or the 6-cylinder motor, the thing feels like a dog. And it's not because the motors don't have any power, but it's because of the way that they program them from the factory and tune them to have basically a super smooth, slow throttle response, and they're not untapping the power that is in that engine. So one of our favorite mods is a throttle module. One of our favorites is the Jet Performance Accelerator module because for under $300, it takes 5 minutes to install, plugs right into your OBD2 port and mounts under the dash, and it gives you several levels of throttle position that you can adjust and basically eliminates that throttle lag and just makes the engine feel much more snappy. It makes a huge difference in any vehicle. For a little over $300, there's also a brand called Pedal Commander, and we'll put links to both of those in the description. The next level up on this front is to get a full ECU flash. Now, nobody's really making tuners for these vehicles to upload custom tunes, but you can actually get a dongle from somebody like Orange Virus Tuning that allow you to install a custom map. Of course, before you take it in for any warranty service, you're going to want to make sure to put that back to the stock map because this could have some warranty implications. But an ECU flash is going to change everything about the motor, the mapping, the tuning, and even the transmission shift points, and really wake that motor up. The next must-have mod for almost anybody wanting to modify their Tacoma is going to be to get a little bit more ride height, and for this we're going to be looking at leveling or full lift kits. Now, if you're not planning on doing a ton of off-roading and you don't need that additional performance from the suspension, it's mostly a styling decision, and you just want to fit slightly bigger tires, then a leveling kit is going to be your most cost-effective option. Something like the MaxTrac 836-825 for the 2-wheel drive versions or the 836-825-4 for 4-wheel drive versions are only going to cost you around $100, and they're going to lift the front of the truck 2 inches, allowing you to fit up to 31-inch tires. But of course, if you're going to look to do more off-roading, you're definitely going to want to look at a full lift kit. On the entry level of the spectrum, Skyjacker has just launched a new kit that we made an installation video and a product spotlight video about. We'll put a link to that in the description. And it's part number TC536STUB. This kit comes in at under $1,000, will give you a full 3 inches of lift, replacement shocks all the way around, and includes replacement upper control arms to add more articulation and more wheel travel. This is an incredible value at under $1,000, and we highly recommend taking a close look at this if you're looking for a high-performance lift kit on a budget. On the other end of the spectrum is a kit like the Fabtech Performance Kit. Now, you can get a 6-inch version of that lift, which will allow you to fit 35-inch tires, and includes Dirt Logic 2.5 remote reservoir coilover shock replacements, which are going to offer way better off-road performance to handle almost anything that you're going to throw at it, gives you a high degree of adjustability, and the kit includes the knuckles and cross members and everything necessary to give a 6-inch lift but maintain the right geometry and high performance off-road. Now, it doesn't come with upper control arms, you need to buy those separately, but that kit's going to set you back a little over $4,000. So make sure you give us a call at 1-833-MOTOROSO when you're looking for a deal on that. Our next must-have mod is obvious. It's wheels and tires. You probably already figured that out because we just talked about lift kits. Now, This is how you make your truck look better, but also how you make it more capable off-road, and there is a huge amount of selection here, so there's no recommendations we can make because so much of it comes down to personal preference. But let's talk about the different variables that you need to consider. We talked about the different sizes of tires that you can fit with the different lifts. I won't go over that again, but the next decision you have to make is what size wheel you actually want. You can get 33-inch tires in a 17, a 20, a 19, anywhere in between and beyond. But the decision you're making here is, if you're gonna be doing a lot of off-road and you want the off-road look and the performance, you probably want a 17-inch wheel. But if you're looking more for a styling and you like the size and the look of a big rim, you might wanna go up to like a 20-inch wheel. That is so much about personal preference there. One of your next decisions on tires is gonna be whether or not you go with an all-terrain or a mud terrain. Mud terrain's gonna look more aggressive, but it's gonna make more road noise and it's not gonna last as long if you're doing a lot of highway driving. Whereas an all-terrain's gonna be a little less aggressive looking, but it's more versatile and less road noise, and it'll last you quite a lot longer. Your last variable on wheels and tires that you want to consider is what is the offset of the actual rim, and this determines how far out from the fenders the wheels and tires are going to stick. And there are a lot of variables in here, and it does vary by whether or not you have the TRD or the base or the SR5 version of a Tacoma. So make sure you do your research and never hesitate to reach out to us on live chat or toll free at 833-MOTOR-OSO, and we're happy to help you figure out exactly the stance you're looking for. Our next must-have mod is about giving your engine what it needs to make more power. Internal combustion engines need air so that they can make explosions, and explosions make power. So a cold air intake is going to help move more air more quickly into the engines, and sometimes even cleaner, so they can make more power and feel more responsive. Now, you're gonna see somewhere between 13 and 17 horsepower gain and up to 19 foot-pounds of torque and gain by using a cold air intake, and that is going to definitely register on the old butt dyno. We've got lots of options for these on MotorOso.com, but we've chosen 3 that we're gonna highlight here. Our first option comes from Flowmaster, and it's extremely affordable at under $300, but it does eliminate the airbox, which means that it's got the filter inside the engine bay and it's just open. Now, at high speeds, that's probably not a problem, but at low speeds, that might mean it's pulling in some hot air, and then it's debatable whether or not that's an advantage gain, but you're gonna mostly around the board see an improvement with this product for under $300, making it an awesome value. A little higher up the food chain is going to be the AFE Momentum GT Pro 5R. Now, this is known to be one of the highest flowing intakes, and that's going to yield some of the highest power gains. It does have an airbox, making sure that it pulls cold air from outside the vehicle, and it's going to set you back around $450. And way up the food chain is gonna be the Volant, which has multiple different options for the type of filters that it uses, including the Power Core filter, which is gonna be very, very high flow. And this is a patented product that has the highest level of filtration available coming from commercial technology. So this makes sure that the air going into the engine is as clean as it can be, which is only gonna be good for longevity and performance. It has a full roto-molded construction that accelerates the airflow and makes sure it moves smoothly, and a ram air scoop to help accelerate the air going into the filter. It's gonna set you back just under $500. Our next must-have mod is going back to opening up more engine performance, but also controlling how your truck sounds. Now, not every V6 engine can have a good sound, but with the right catback exhaust system, the Tacoma can have a nice, throaty, deep tone that most people really like. It's no V8, but it sounds pretty good depending on the materials and how that system is designed. Now, you're gonna pick up another 5 to 10 horsepower as well as an extra 10 foot-pounds of torque, and we've got a number of different options on MotorOso.com, but here's 3 we like. Let's start with the MBRP Black Series catback exhaust. This one costs you just a little bit over $400, so it's an awesome value. It's gonna give you great performance gains, and it sounds solid. We even made a separate product spotlight video and a how-to installation guide video so you can see how easy that is to put in and what it sounds like after. Next up the food chain is gonna be a Gibson catback exhaust system, which will set you back around $500. Gibsons are known to make a little bit more noise, so this is gonna be the louder of the options, and it's also made out of stainless steel, so it's gonna give you the longest road life. And last on our list is the AFE Mach Force XP, which is a 3-inch full system with a 4.5-inch tip, also made out of stainless steel and a high-flow muffler, but a little bit more subtle sound than the Gibson. Set you back around $600. Our next must-have mod is a little more oriented towards styling and personality. The stock grille on the Tacoma is not very good looking. The TRDs are a little bit better, but most of them look a little bit boring. Now, T-Rex is one of the leaders in aftermarket grills for trucks, and they make an awesome grill we like called the Laser Torch. This has a die-cut metal look that gives us this matte black stealth custom look to the truck, makes it look more aggressive, and it also includes integrated LED lighting for lighting up the night. That'll set you back around $800 and give you that great custom look plus some LED lighting. Now, while we're on the topic of lighting, we don't like the low beams on the Tacoma. They are just not cutting it. So for $70, you can get a set of Putco lights that'll convert those headlights to LED and give you a little bit more crisp, clean lighting. If you need even more lighting after that and the grill, you can look at getting custom LED light bars. Now, there's an almost endless number of options here. Again, you can get bumper mount, hood mount cubes, and a bar above the windshield, and we can help you pick all of those different options. Just hit us up on live chat. If you're ready to really set your Tacoma apart from a styling and an off-road ruggedness standpoint, your next must-have mod is going to be front and rear off-road bumpers. Now, you're going to need to budget somewhere between $1,500 to $4,000, just depending on how crazy, how heavy duty, and wild you want to go with the design, but this is going to be a major upgrade in how the truck looks and its ruggedness. Now, brands like Fab4s, Westin, Go Rhino make dozens of different options to choose from, as usual, and as with most of the other mods we've mentioned, but we want to call attention to the Body Armor Desert Series. Now, they're sold separately, but the set will run you about $1,700, which is the lower end of that spectrum, but they have a Baja-style tubular design, and the front bumper features mounting points for cube lights, a 20-inch LED bar, and a winch as well, and the rear bumper has the Baja-style design combined with some mesh cutouts that give it a low-profile, aggressive look, and it has all the cutouts necessary to transfer everything over from your rear bumper. We'll put the link to those in the description, but again, there's dozens of options, so hit us up on live chat or call us anytime at 1-833-MOTOR-OSO toll-free when you want a deal on front and rear bumpers. So we've got suspension, we've got wheels and tires, side steps, grills, intake, exhaust, we got all these performance mods, we're ready to go. Your next must-have mod is so critically important. Get yourself a set of rubber floor mats. They're gonna set you back like $80 to $100. You don't wanna be out in the mud, dirt, sand, and drag that all back into the truck. Keep your truck clean. They're dirt cheap, and we'll put a link to that in the description. So we've talked about all these different parts. We have dozens of options. All the links will be in the description. And we have over 1 million top name brand products for sale at MotorOso.com. We have live chat, and you can reach us anytime toll free at 1-833-668-6767. Remember that, it's 833-MotorOso. We make these videos for you guys. We hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we're always doing product reviews, install guides, and builds, including our 2020 mid-engine C8 Corvette, which we are really excited about. Thanks for watching.